Hey everybody, let's discuss the time value of money. Let me give you an offer, $100 today or $100 in 1 year. Which would you choose? You would choose the $100 today. One reason would be you can invest the $100 today at some positive return, like in a government bond, and you'd have more than $100 in the future. And therefore, you would be better off, right, if you invested the $100 today rather than get the $100 in the future. So the question is, how much do I need to give you in the future so that I can make you indifferent between getting $100 today and some amount in the future? Like if I offered you $105, would you now be indifferent? Or if I offered you $110, would you care now whether you get the money today or in the tomorrow, right? So the amount, that's the difference between the 100 and the 110 in this case would be the amount of time value of money, okay? What is the amount that I need to give you to make you indifferent, okay? So one way to define the time value of money is the amount of money, right, that I need to offer you in the next year that'll make you indifferent between getting the money today and getting the money in the future. And that point of indifference is going to depend on the required return you have as an investor. If you have a required return of 10%, right, which is going to be the example that we have here, then you would be indifferent if you between $100 today and $110 in the future. I get that just using the future value formula, right? $100 today has a present value of $100, so that's the PV. Then R is 10%, so I add 1 plus 0.1, and I'm thinking about 1 year, so I raise it to the 1, right? That gives me 110. So I'm indifferent between getting $100 today and $110 in the future. And the reason is I could take the $100 today, invest it at 10%, and get $110 in the future. Or I just get $110 in the future. And so if I'm getting the same amount in the future in expectation, then I am indifferent between either of those choices. Okay, this is important because when we think about an asset that produces cash flows, right, in many years in the future, we cannot add them up because they are occurring at different times, and we know we prefer cash to come earlier. Okay, that's the idea of time value of money. How much do we prefer that they come earlier, right? Well, I really prefer that cash flow in 50 years comes earlier today, right? But to what extent? What would make me indifferent between getting cash in 50 years and getting some cash today? Well, that's what we do with the discounting. We take all those cash flows in the future and we discount them at 1 plus R to the T, right? And then we have adjusted all of those cash flows for the fact that they're coming later and later and later, right? And then we can just add them up. And this allows us to compare projects. When we put all of those cash flows at time zero, it allows us to compare projects with different streams of cash flows at different times. Okay, thank you.